Prime Minister Narendra Modi has told the Russian President Vladimir Putin now is not the time for war, with food, fertilizer and fuel security among major concerns across the globe at present. The Russian President acknowledged India's concerns a day after a rare admission from Putin conceded that its key ally China also had concerns over the conflict in Ukraine. Earlier, the Prime Minister today spoke about transit access between member nations of the SCO as well. But first, let's take a look at some of the major highlights of that meeting between President Putin and Prime Minister Modi.
एक्सेलेंसी, मैं जानता हूं कि आज का युग युद्ध का है नहीं। मैं आपका और यूक्रेन दोनों का इस बात के लिए आभार व्यक्त करना भी चाहूंगा, क्योंकि जब शुरू के दिनों में इस संकट के काल में हमारे हजारों स्टूडेंट्स यूक्रेन में फंसे हुए थे, आपकी और यूक्रेन की मदद से हमारे स्टूडेंट को हम सुरक्षित रूप से बाहर निकाल पाए। आज फिर एक बार हम मिल रहे हैं और आज भी दुनिया के सामने जो सबसे बड़ी चिंता है, और खास करके डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज को फूड सिक्योरिटी के, फ्यूल सिक्योरिटी की, फर्टिलाइजर की, ऐसी जो समस्याएं हैं, हमें जरूर उनके रास्ते निकालने होंगे और आपने भी उसमें पहल करनी होगी। उन विषयों पर भी आज चर्चा करने का मौका मिलेगा।
I know about your position on the conflict in Ukraine, and I know about your concerns. I know that you share these concerns, and we want all of this to end as soon as possible. But the other party, the leadership of Ukraine, has claimed that they refuse to engage in negotiating process. They said that they want to achieve their objectives, as they say, on the battlefield militarily. We will keep you abreast of everything that is happening over there.
Maha Siddiqui joining us live from Samarkand now with the latest on that. Maha, this seems to be making global headlines, the fact that the Prime Minister took this opportunity to remind President Putin of the very real concerns that the entire world faces right now, whether it comes to food, energy, and indeed, getting that kind of acknowledgement also that, these concerns are understood and appreciated.
Absolutely, Ankita. And isn't it a curious turn that even Russia has taken, considering that only yesterday President Vladimir Putin admitted that China had concerns with regard to the Ukraine crisis. And today he has also spoken about how he understands and appreciates India's concerns. And then Prime Minister Modi saying that this is not the era of war, pretty much once again calling out to Russia to end this war, saying that it is resulting in a food and fuel crisis, an energy crisis globally, and that the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, needs to take the initiative. He said in Hindi, "Aapko bhi pehal karni hogi," which means he needs to take the initiative now to end this crisis. Certainly a big headline coming in here, as Prime Minister Modi has spoken both to President Putin and President Zelensky in the past on the phone, asking them to directly have a dialogue and end the crisis. But today, for the first time, when he met President Putin face to face after the Ukraine conflict began, he has said it in person, sitting across President Putin, that this needs to end because of the global crisis that the Ukraine conflict and crisis has created.
Right. Maha, interestingly, the Prime Minister also acknowledging both Russia and Ukraine's help in getting students, Indian students, out of war-torn Ukraine. But also, talk to us about the other significant highlights. The Prime Minister making some comments earlier in the day about transit access between member nations of the SCO too.
Yes, absolutely. And that is an important aspect that was raised by India at the SCO platform. The issue once again connected to food and energy crisis. The Prime Minister said that it has been, in fact, become even worse because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Ukraine crisis that has resulted in disruption in supply chains. And connectivity is the only answer to this crisis. he also said that member nations, at least within the SCO, should allow for right to transit.
Right.
Now, this can also be seen in the context, Ankita, of India's wheat not being allowed to transit through Pakistan to go to Afghanistan for a very long time,
Right.
when Afghanistan desperately needed that. Now, Shehbaz Sharif said that transit will be possible only if the SCO has a concrete plan on the
Yes.
matter of
All right.
connectivity.